Hello, hello, hello. I want to give everyone a little bit of time just to get in the room. And so what I'll do is not stall, but semi entertain for like 30 seconds. I just want to know how's everyone doing. First and foremost, it's good to see some people who I've worked with in the past, and also great to have Shefik here, being a tremendous asset to today's event. He'll be moderating and keeping the time and the pace so that we're all learning and experiencing what it is about this rise of the NFT. So, with that said, without further ado, my name is Meta, and most of you know me as Nizer. I came into this industry 3 years ago, and that's the NFT industry. But prior to that, I was in blockchain technology, learning all about DeFi, 5 years ago. And so the reason why we're here, it's full circle. First and foremost, we're celebrating the month, Black History Month. To me and my family, it is a month that we celebrate every day because it's all about making sure that we understand that our progress is not solely on our sweat and brow, but it's on the people who came before us and whose shoulders we stand on. And so Black history gives us the opportunity to share with not just the community, but the greater nation and the world, the excellence that African Americans and people from the diaspora who converge here into America. And now this Black History Month is really a global celebration. And what we're doing now is tapping into the emerging leaders in the space who are combining culture and art and technology and using this new nascent technology we call NFTs. And NFTs, if you're not sure what it stands for non-fungible tokens. And non-fungible tokens is a way where you can take digital art and transform it into a digital form and also have these important attributes attached to it where your art can be shared and explored around the world, but you maintain ownership of it. And because NFTs is part of blockchain technology, this technology allows you a way to always know who bought who bought your art, maybe and for how much, but it doesn't give away your personal information. And so there's a lot more to discover about NFTs, and I won't try to give it all in this spiel. But with that said, this is why we have this great talk, and you'll hear from some great speakers and some great emerging artists pushing the envelope on NFT technology. They're telling our stories with the art and in culture. And so with that said, without further ado, I'd like to bring on Reverend Dr. Charles Butler, Vice President of Equity Development at HCCI organization, which is one of Harlem's profound organizations that keeps the community in a economic thriving situation where we discover how do you balance like what you make, and how do you discover home ownership, and there are other things, but I'll let Reverend Dr. Charles Butler share what the vision and the mission is at HCCI. So without further ado, Reverend Dr. Charles Butler, how are you?
Hey, my brother, I'm doing great, and it's a pleasure being here. Thank you. I'm happy. It's been a long time since I saw you, and we had a chance, as you said, we have to catch up. But Black History Month and year, because I think, as you were saying, we have a lot of history to celebrate, and to remember those whose shoulders we stand on. And so I want to greet everybody on behalf of Harlem Congregations for Community Improvement. We're celebrating our 38th year in existence. I've been there as Vice President of Equitable Development, which really fosters some of the very key essentials that we're talking about, because we're looking at home ownership. And home ownership is the primary way to generate wealth and create wealth, intergenerational wealth that we can leave as a legacy, again, history, legacy for our children and our grandchildren. So it becomes an inheritance. It's so important that we have homes and value. The property in New York City continues to appreciate. And this is how we can break the cycle of poverty through home ownership. Property that have we purchased those homes in New York City when the city was selling them for $1. I always shudder when I think of that. We could have purchased every boarded up building for the price of one home now. And look at the value, look at the wealth. And we're talking NFT and technology and wealth creation and wealth building and opportunity. Look at the opportunity for wealth we would have had as a community of people of color. Because now brownstones are $5, $6, $7 million. And we could have purchased everything that was boarded up just with some vision. So as the scriptures say, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. So it's important that we have knowledge. It's important that we have programs like this sharing information. And hopefully the people who are here will not just be hearers of the word, but become doers of the word. Let's put the information to use, to value, and make positive change in this community. So I provide home buyer education for the community. We've assisted close to 4,000 people to become homeowners. And just by becoming homeowners, they now have an investment. They're creating wealth through their home, because home ownership, which most people don't understand, you actually pay yourself. You pay yourself in home ownership. And tell me if I'm getting too far and how much time and all of that.
Well, we do have 3 minutes left for this.
Okay, 3 minutes. Good. So I can get all of it in. I'm putting my stopwatch on. So because as that property, as you pay down the principal, outstanding principal, that becomes your equity. The real estate taxes are tax deductible and the interest is tax deductible. So you're paying, everything circles back to you as the homeowner. This is why they redlined the community for so long, so people could not create equity and own property and create wealth. But now that cycle is broken and we have to move on. The challenge now is it's too much time. But we also do small business development. Less than 2% of all brothers and sisters own small businesses. So we have to do small business. We also have to do investments. And the NFT is a great way of investing. And I'm happy to be here and sharing the information. So we provide home buyer education workshops on Thursday night. You can go to our website, hcci.org, to register. We also do a small business workshop on Monday, as we want to assist and help develop more entrepreneurs, minority entrepreneurs. We're starting an investment workshop also to help people understand investing, their money, putting their money to work for them. Everybody works hard for their money. Now let's make that money work for us. I'm happy to be here tonight. I think that's about 4 minutes. So,
oh my God, yeah. Actually, your time is right. You're spot on. And let me just say one more thing for you. HCCI.org. HCCI.org for more information and to follow along with Reverend Dr. Charles Butler in learning more about finance and investing in home ownership. And so with that said, Dr. Reverend Charles Butler, thank you for joining us. I know you're going to hang around and be part of more discussions. And so with that, I'd like to transition over to Shefik. Shefik is our moderator, and he will be leading a great discussion. And so without further ado, I'd like to turn this over to Shefik, executive producer and host of Shefik Presents Innovation.
Invocation.
But
the other word works too in context.
Okay.
Yeah, so thanks for that introduction, Mr. Meta-Nize. When I met you, you were Nizer, so now you stepped it up. I hope you trademark that name because it's a wonderful name. Get some bumper stickers and T-shirts, out of that.